Hi everybody, so I'm back. Wanted to come make this video because I think the last video, to me, it felt like just an update and what's going on with me. So I wanted to do a video or two or three, depending on how I feel today, um, about different topics that I've gotten questions about, I've had suggested to me. So it just depends on how I feel today. But this particular video is for guys who are more so like me, myself, androgynous, or either they're femme or in the LGBT community cunt or whatever. Or those who just like to be pretty and you don't like labels. So, yeah, getting right into the flow of things. Um, I've been seeing a lot of posts and I've seen a lot of questions and like I get tweets and when I post something on Instagram or when I make statuses on Facebook or tweet something, a lot of people retweet or they'll like it and then they'll DM me or message me. And one of the things that I get asked about the most is how I deal, and I've explained this in one of my videos, but this is more so to encourage you to do your, like, to be who you are, embrace and find who you are, and do so with confidence and, having that extra push from somebody else to tell you that it's okay and things get better. When it comes down to us as a group or as a categorized group of people, first of all, people already think we want to be girls. Majority of the time, that's not the case, and that's nothing against those of us who want to be transgendered, but as far as those of us who just like being pretty or like wearing makeup or wearing weave or dressing a certain type of way, we don't want to be girls. I don't. I'm happy being a man who's very, very pretty. The difference is I'm androgynous. And if you don't know what androgynous is, I advise you to look it up. Yeah. It's something that people don't tend to accept very well as fast as they would accept just, gay. Or homosexual, whatever your preference is. But we gonna keep it real on my channel. I'm just be real with y'all. So a lot of people don't accept like feminine guys as much as they would like a masculine guy or just somebody who isn't as feminine who's just gay. Reason being is because hell, it's a trend or it's a fad now or something, like everybody's gay. Ugh. Irritation of my life. But when it comes down to the more feminine guys or the pretty guys or the cunts or the androgynous guys, everyone always wants to throw the shade or look a certain type of way and just like, oh, what the fuck are you doing? And you want to be a girl and all of this. For those of us who are out here who are feminine, don't let that discourage you because I used to be the same way. If it wasn't for my friend, someone I met like 2 years ago, I want to say it was 2 years ago, Mustafa, I probably wouldn't have even embraced it as much as I did. Granted, my best friends always support me, but when it came down to embracing all of my femininity, wearing makeup and all this other stuff, I didn't know how to do. Like, my best friends would support me, but none of my best friends were or are as fishy or cunty or feminine or are androgynous as like I am. So dealing with it was something different than just speaking on it and saying, oh, I want to embrace myself, because having someone who's experienced it in my life was real hard to find because I didn't know anybody for real. So I ran across this guy on Twitter Mustafa, and I saw his picture, and I was like, oh, she's really pretty. I thought he was a girl. Um, so when I looked at the bio or whatever, you know, it didn't say anything about a boy, this, that, and the third. It just said like basic stuff about who he was, or what he personified, which was, you know, an anime character. And by the way, if you go look up at pure underscore mess on Instagram, you'll understand. Flawless. Shout out to you, Mustafa. Love you. But yeah, then I asked if he had an Instagram. We became friends on Facebook first, and then I found him on Instagram. When I looked through his Facebook and his Instagram pictures, I was amazed because he was so pretty. And the only other person that I had seen that was anywhere remotely to the point where I needed to be like, oh, or where I saw that I was just like, oh my gosh, was Dollface. By the way, shout out to Dollface. You go follow him on Instagram and Twitter at Malibu Dollface. But yeah, I used to watch his videos all the time. But when I went to his Instagram, it was different from what Mustafa's was. Mustafa's Instagram pictures were more of I'm a boy, and I'm very handsome as a boy, but when I feel like changing it up, I can, and I can look like a very, very pretty girl, and that was something that I really wanted to get into. That was something that I really, 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 really was excited about, because my whole life I've been like fascinated with hair, makeup, you know, Barbie dolls and all of this. But I mean, it was nothing that I ever thought that I would deal with on a regular basis. And I had already been told prior to that I look like a girl when I do certain stuff or when I wear certain stuff, certain hairstyles. So it was just like, okay, I could pull it off if I wanted to. And I wanted to embrace the fact that I was androgynous, because I was told that multiple times. I just didn't know what the hell it meant. And when I figured out what it was 2 years ago as well, when I first started watching Dollface videos on YouTube, and I was hooked from then. Like, when I fully understood the meaning of the word, because I was told what it was, and then I didn't really just care. At first I thought it was an insult, and then later on in life I just basically brushed it off, because it was just like, whatever, I'm just doing me right now. I watched a video of Dollface explaining basically what androgynous was, and after I researched myself and after I watched more videos and all of this stuff, I was like, okay, that's different. Never really knew what it meant, and so I looked into it, and that was something, the other half of me, that I've always wanted to experience, because I've always felt like I should be pretty or I wanted to be pretty on a regular basis, and it was just like, but I didn't feel like I had to do the most, and then when I wanted to do the most, I felt some type of way. So wearing makeup and having my hair done, it was real different. My first time ever doing my makeup, like, as feminine, I guess you could say, was 2 years ago, when I had a conversation with Mustafa about how you found out what your makeup color was, or how to match the your foundation color. How to match, I'm losing my balance. How to match your foundation with your skin tone, and it took me so long to figure that out. But I finally did. And it went from there. But basically, what I wanted to come and say to all of my feminine guys and all of my androgynous guys, my cunt girls, my pretty boys, all of that, all of you guys, is that if it's something that you really feel as if you can't live without, because that's how I felt, and that's how I feel on a regular basis. Hold on. Where am I coming? Okay. But yeah, on a regular basis, because, like, if you guys follow me on Instagram, you see my pictures where I go get a shape up because my hair is short. It's not very long. It's like 3.5 inches. So I do sew-ins and I do quick weaves on my own head. But it's like people say, oh, you look so much better as a boy. But for me, this is who I am. Like, if I feel like dressing boyish or if I feel like looking a certain type of way, I will. But on a regular basis, I feel like being pretty. That's just me. And so for all of those who feel that way, you know, you're just doing, you living life and that's who you are. Embrace it. Don't let anybody ever don't let them deter you from being yourself, because it'll, in the end, you'll feel shitty and it'll fuck you up because you'll always wonder why or what if. And for me, I never want to feel that way. I never want to ask that question again, because I used to ask that question and I was like, I'm getting too old to do certain things. And then I used to feel as if, because people always told me, from what was drilled in my head is, if you do this, you won't get that. And then even with me coming out into the LGBT community, those who are just like me, or not just like me, but, you know, all in the LGBT community, people will be like, well, you know, if you do this, you can't do that, and if you look a certain type of way, you can't get a good job, or this, that, and the third. Well, let me tell you something. I work in corporate America, and my job is perfect. I love my job. I get paid well. I get my hours on a regular basis. But if you paid attention to my videos, I went in and I had an interview after my birthday. No, on my birthday. Was it on my birthday or right after? The day after my birthday. And if you saw the video, my hair was blonde in 24 inches. The same type of hair this is, which is Indian, virgin Indian, straight. But, I mean, a lot of people say, you know, you can't get a job or you won't be successful, this, that, and the third. If you're passionate enough and you know how to uphold yourself in a professional manner and you know how to turn certain things on and off, like, you're fine. What I would say is to make sure you know when to turn it off and turn it on, because if you don't, you look foolish and they're going to label you as a stereotypical gay person who wants to be a girl. Just saying. And at work, they know I'm a guy. They know I like being a guy. I just like being pretty. And I like wearing makeup and I like weave. And there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing at all. The only other situation that I would ever say, you know, is a downer at times is the way that dating goes. But that's a whole nother, that'll be a whole nother video. I'll probably do that after this one. But yeah, do you, as far as, you know, embracing yourself and embracing your pretty, I'll leave it like that, and embracing your pretty. Androgynous guys, and embrace being androgynous. My cunt girls, wear your dresses and your heels and your makeup and your lipsticks, and if you don't wear a lot of makeup, because my best friend doesn't wear makeup, he just like lipsticks. Hence the name Sticks, but that's not where it came from. But, you know, have fun with it. Make sure you practice, because practice makes perfect, and if you practice your craft, you'll become perfect in your craft. Just how I feel about it. Oh, like I said in my last video, I'm working on it. If you have any suggestions on how I can work on my look, let me know, because, you know, I'm down. I mean, I love tips. I watch YouTube videos all the time, with hence the reason why, or hence how I learned how to do a lot when it comes to my makeup and my hair. But yeah, do you have fun with it? Make sure you present yourself in a very presentable manner to where if the time comes that someone tries to test your pretty or your puss, you can get them right together, because you already have your shit together as far as your pretty goes. But that's all I have to say for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions, comments, and or concerns about my journey of embracing my pretty or my androgyny, hit me up. Twitter, Instagram, Kick, Facebook, email, all of that. Love you. Bye.